your guru of geek, Marlo Anderson. We're at Drone Rodeo 2017, just outside of Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada. Standing here next to Matt, and Matt is the curator of all this crazy stuff that's going on out here. So tell us a little bit about Drone Rodeo.
Yeah, so our whole plan with Drone Rodeo was let's get the drones out of the convention center and out here in the desert doing what they're supposed to be doing. So as you probably know, when you leave the convention center, you're actually in restricted airspace. And so we had to kind of come a little bit further out and bring everybody out here. But this venue is amazing. We've got a couple hundred square miles of area to fly. So we're ripping and roaring and doing what they do.
And you know what, I know the weather isn't so great out here today. It's a little breezy, as people are probably noticing. But that doesn't stop this event from going on, does it?
No, not at all. And as you know, last year we had torrential downpours, so we're thankful for this weather. But no, a lot of these drones are built to handle a lot of wind, and we just get out here and kind of let them do what they do. Sometimes they float a little off course because of the wind, but they're doing a great job so far.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the companies that are here this year?
Yeah, absolutely. So our sort of our headliners are the guys from Rocky Mountain Unmanned Systems / DJI. They're out here showing off all of DJI's greatest new gear, including their whole line of industrial stuff, which I think is really cool. That's what we do outside of the Drone Rodeo. So we've got everything from heavy lifters to a crop spraying drone to some of the newest consumer drones out here. We've also got a Lamborghini that's about to take off and drive up and down the strip, so we'll be able to see the license plate from like 3/4 of a mile away with the zoom camera on there. So pretty excited about that. We also have the guys from Uvify here who make the Draco series of racing drones. They're doing a drone race going on over there. We have lots of smaller companies that we have micro drones. We've got Power Up Toys who make the paper airplane drone, which I think is so cool. We've got some guys doing dogfighting over there with drones. So there's all kinds of fun stuff to see here.
So anything that you see emerging this year at CES as far as in the drone culture, drone atmosphere?
Yeah, I think we've sort of reached peak drone in the consumer market. Obviously the guys who are big in the space are going to stay big in the space, but I think we've seen a huge transition to industrial and sort of commercial drone use now. So you'll see, we all know DJI for the Phantom and the Inspire. They're making a much bigger series of drones now that really do some heavy lifting, figuratively and actually, and really take over some of that industrial need for UAVs. So I think that's been a really big trend. I also think there's a trend in the consumer side towards really tiny drones that you don't have to register and you can just kind of get it and fly around, and making them really robust. So they're going to crash, but you want to make sure they don't bust into a million pieces. So those are the two things. And then obviously I think VR is here to stay. We've got a few FPV goggle guys out here doing some really cool stuff. And Epson's out here with their augmented reality, which is even cooler, I think.
Let's expand on that a little bit, because a lot of people may not know what you're even talking about. So why don't you explain how augmented reality, virtual reality is going to impact the drone industry?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of where it started was people can put on goggles and see what the drone's seeing, right? So that's the original like first-person view, or FPV racing as we call it. Now it's moved into the sort of the virtual reality, so you can be flying in different places than you're actually flying, which is kind of cool. On the goggles you can actually see telemetry from the drone, where it is, how fast it's going, what it's doing. The nice part about the Epson glasses is you have peripheral awareness too, so you can actually see through the glasses and look at the drone itself, but then you have like a computer feed of images coming into your brain as well too. So the technology is getting better and less obtrusive, so you can actually look and fly and look at the screen at the same time. I think it's really cool stuff. I'm excited about it.
We're standing in front of Sculpteo, and we're going to talk a little bit about what 3D printing has done as far as parts go for drones and other things, and how you can be a part of that revolution. So Arthur, tell us a little bit about Sculpteo.
So Sculpteo basically is a digital factory online. So if you want to 3D print parts or laser cut parts, you go online to sculpteo.com, you upload either a 3D file or a 2D file, and you're going to be able to pick between different materials or select your size. And what we do, we're going to manufacture the part and ship them to you. And for that, we've helped many drone makers to achieve their drone and bring it to market.
All right, so basically you can design whatever you like, send the print to you, or the digital file I should say, and then you can actually manufacture the piece that the person needs.
Yeah, exactly. What we have is we have two factories. One is located in France, near Paris. The other is located in Oakland, near San Francisco, where we have 3D printers, the professional grade 3D printers and professional grade laser cutters. And from there, we receive the file and we manufacture the different files and we ship them to the different customers.
So if a person doesn't want to get into the actual 3D printing themselves, if they don't want to buy a 3D printer, go through the learning curve that's involved with that, you kind of take that away and allow people to actually produce parts as they need them anyway.
Yeah, we make it very easy for them to have 3D printed or laser coated parts without the hassle of having to learn everything or buy a machine and make it function themselves. What you do is really you upload the file online, you click on a few buttons and you receive your parts wherever you want, either your home or your workplace.
Now I know we're at Drone Rodeo here at CES 2017, and of course we're talking about drones, but it's not just about drones, is it, for Sculpteo?
No, for us, it's we are operating in lots of different markets, different verticals. We were talking about the automotive industry, about the medical industry, and in each field, what we do is either prototyping, so companies that are really working on bringing a market to product and they want to test the fit, the form, or the function of a specific part, and this is what we do for prototyping, and also we are really useful for companies who are looking at end-use parts for production, and it's very common for us to 3D print up to a few hundred or even a few thousand parts for a single purpose end-use parts that are going to be integrated in a final product.
So how about somebody like me? Let's say I wanted to 3D print the Tech Ranch for a microphone cube here like that. I could do that too, couldn't I?
Yeah, you could do it. You just need to have the 3D file. You go online on Sculpteo.com, you upload the file. It's probably gonna cost you a few, let's say $20, something like that.
Okay, and how much time does it take after I put the order in?
Well, it really depends on the materials and all the specifics of the prints, but if you were looking at printing in, let's say, plastic, common plastic that's called polyamide, it would take you 3 to 5 days, business days.
All right. Thank you, Arthur. This is Marlo Anderson, your guru of geek, reporting from the Drone Rodeo CES 2017.
Thank you.